So you're thinking about moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and you do want the master plan community with all the bells and whistles, with the amenity center. A lazy river would be nice, parks, trails, all of the things that come with a master plan community. Well, we are in northern Fort Worth, and this master plan community is called Wildflower Ranch. It does not disappoint. So if you do not want to pay those high North Dallas suburb prices, this should be a great consideration. We're going to see two homes today. The first one is Toll Brothers. It's a two-story plan with about 3,700 square feet. It's got 4 bedrooms, but there is a 5th bedroom option. We're also going to check out Highland Homes. Now, these builders, or this community, has plenty of builders to choose from. We're only looking at 2 today, and the price ranges vary from the 300s all the way up to the 700,000 mark. So let's check out this first one. Here we go. Welcome to this beautiful Toll Brothers home. Again, Toll Brothers is a national builder, so I'm so excited to show this particular floor plan to you. This is the Pampa Plan, and as you can see, when you walk in, you see this grand entrance. You have a curved staircase that leads up to the upstairs where there's a game room. But let's talk about this first floor right now. As you come in, you're greeted with a nice office. This office is just off of the entry, so it's still towards the front of the house, but not too far. It doesn't face the very front of the house. Nice windows, so you get some nice natural light. You even have a little curved part there where the staircase is. So some great options. They put plenty of lights in this office, which is always great to have. And it's just very cozy. It feels like a nice warm hug, so you don't really feel like you're working in there. As you come towards the front of the house, you do have a coat closet here. And then you have your secondary bedroom that is also downstairs. So I like this floor plan because you get a second bedroom downstairs, and I am a sucker for 2 bedrooms downstairs, no matter what. So this plan does allow for that. You see some nice big windows, more windows than you normally would see with this particular elevation. They do have 4 elevations that you can choose from with this plan. As you come in here, you get a full bathroom, a nice large vanity. It's not a raised vanity, but if you wanted that, you can, choose that at the design center. Nice full bathtub and shower combo. And then you've got to see this closet. It almost feels like a owner's retreat closet, but it's not. It's a secondary bedroom, and you're going to notice a lot of the closets in the secondary bedrooms are a good size. So they did not skimp on the closet space in any of these bedrooms. One of the great things about this floor plan is that you can have a 5-bedroom option. Now, this particular model only has 4 bedrooms, but I'm going to show you where the 5th bedroom could be. So as we come out of this entry, you'll notice it opens up into this family room. But before we even get to the family room, I want to point out this powder bath that is just around the corner. I also appreciate that the powder bath is not by the kitchen. So this one is kind of tucked away. It's not that small, so you have some space. You don't feel like you're in a little cubby hole in the bathroom, but you have a nice powder bath there. Now we come into the family room, and the family room is a great size. You'll notice that you have a corner fireplace. They did the floor to ceiling tile there. Cute little simple mantle. You'll notice with Toll Brothers, with the designs that they have, they're very transitional almost. This is a farmhouse style home for this particular model. So you'll see some touches of farmhouse in here. You see the beams on the ceiling, even the light fixture kind of hints itself to more of a farmhouse style. As you come over here, you're going to notice that you have a nice breakfast area. And this is not a small breakfast area. This is pretty large. I mean, there are 6 seats in this particular area. Again, the lighting is there. Tray ceiling, so it really bumps up the ceiling in this space as well. And you have large windows that look out into the backyard. So you have a lot of natural light. And it really doesn't matter where this house is placed on a lot, you're gonna get a lot of natural light in here. You notice it does open up into the kitchen. I am also a sucker for large islands. This one does have a large island, everything that you need when you're in the kitchen cooking. Nice sink area, your pull-out trash there, gas, 5-burner gas, nice vent hood. They did do the double-decker cabinets. You could probably get the glass fronts up front, you know, on the top level if you did want that as an option. I like that they added the under cabinet lighting. I like that, especially at night. It's like a nice little glow. You have your separate microwave and oven combo here. And then as you walk this way, this leads to your laundry room. So your laundry room is kind of tucked away here. And keep in mind that this laundry room does have a sink. So you have that as an option. You don't have to have a sink, but I always think it's a good idea to have one if you have that as an option. Plenty of cabinet space. So there's nothing open that will be seen. You can hide everything. And they even have a place here to where you could have a second fridge or anything that could add for some additional storage. So fridge, freezer, anything like that. You would have a door here. They took off the doors in the models just to show you the space so you don't have to open and close doors, but you'd have a door to conceal everything. Now you do have a drop-off space. This would be where the garage spaces are. So this is a 3-car tandem garage. The other option that you have is to have a 5th bedroom down here. So all of this space would be a 5th bedroom and a full bathroom if you choose that option. I do want to show you this pantry. They do have a glass front for the pantry. Probably not something I would do unless I was just super, super, super organized, but I think they did that simply to show the space and show how you can utilize this pantry, and that's why it looks perfect. All right, so we're gonna head to the master bedroom and that suite back here. And it is kind of tucked away towards the rear of the house. You have these large cathedral ceilings, which really make a huge statement in this house. It does face the rear of the house, so you do have some nice windows. This house is on a 60-foot lot. So you can see the amount of space that you get in your backyard just from sitting and being here in the owner's retreat. So from here, it opens up into the owner's retreat or their bathroom. And I love how you have your linen space here. You have 2 separate vanities, nice large window to let a lot of natural light in, your freestanding tub. And then in this shower area, it's huge. I like that it's more square instead of more of a rectangle. So you have plenty of room in here and you have a nice bench so you can sit here, take in all of the steam and shave your legs, do whatever you need. They even have a niche here for your products so it's not visible. They're kind of hidden there. And I love the 2-tone tile option that they did in this bathroom. All right, you can't have a master or an owner's retreat without having a nice closet. And this one does not disappoint. You have plenty of room. And in this closet, you even have this special tucked away space that is under the staircase. You can put suitcases, seasonal wear, extra storage. You'd also hunker down here if there were ever some severe weather, a tornado in the area. This is the space you'd want to be. So we've seen the downstairs. We've seen the different options that you can have. Great use of space. I do like this floor plan. It's not the largest floor plan, but it's a good size. And actually, before we head upstairs, let's go outside and look at this beautiful backyard. Notice they have these slider doors that you can open up and let a lot of all of this nature in. This covered patio is huge. You can see they have like a little game area here, dining area space here, and a place for if you wanted a fire pit or just to have a little gathering area, they have that here as well. Again, this is a 60-foot lot. The sight lines of this home are gorgeous, so you can definitely utilize this outdoor space just throughout the year. You could even probably get some little heat lamps and enjoy it in the winter as well. So I just wanted to make sure that you took in all of this space here in this backyard because it is absolutely gorgeous. Now we'll head upstairs where you'll find the 2 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, a game room, and a media room. So let's head up there now. I'm Keela McGraw, your favorite Dallas-Fort Worth realtor, and if you have any thoughts of relocating to the area, I'd love to help. Now remember, we are in the Pampa farmhouse floor plan. We are now upstairs. It's a great layout here as well. As you can see, we are in the game room or the loft area. This game room, you have plenty of space. They have a skee ball machine there. They have a nice sitting area here with the TV. But off of this game room, you also have a step up media room. So obviously this media room would have doors here, but this media room really does lend itself to be a cozy space for a family movie night. They have a little sitting area here for, if you have beverages and things like that. Great built-ins. You could always get this added even at the design center or maybe after you build and add that in. So some great options here. I do like the carpet in here as well. It's not just your standard run-of-the-mill carpet. They did some upgraded carpet in that media room. Now, as you come out of this game room, one of the great things about this floor plan also is that the 2 bedrooms up here have en-suites. So you have your own private bathroom. That can be a plus or minus because if you think about it, if you do have guests up here, they kind of have to go through someone's bedroom to get to the bathroom. But you don't have to have that as your only option. This bathroom is a good size. Again, you have a nice size vanity, tub, shower combo, toilet. Seen one toilet, seen them all. And this one also has a nice size closet with a beautiful window that looks out to the front of the house. So plenty of space. Again, you should not have to have much furniture in your bedroom because you have all of this space for all of your clothes. So really your bedroom should really almost just have a bed in it. But the bedrooms are still a good size. You notice this bedroom has the 2 large windows. You still have plenty of furniture in here, but you don't feel cramped. So good use of space in these bedrooms. The other bedroom is over here, right next door. And again, it also faces the front of the house. Plenty of space. That bedroom's a little bit larger, but you still have some nice space in these rooms. This also has its own bathroom that you can see here. They did some different styles with the tile, but plenty of space for whoever's going to be utilizing these bedrooms. It's usually kiddos, so they don't need much space anyway. I hope you've enjoyed this tour. This is a great floor plan, especially if you have a family or a lot of individuals that live with you in the house. Everybody can have their own little space. And so we're finished with this one. Now we're gonna head out and talk about the community a little bit more. Let's talk a little bit more about the community. We are in Wildflower Ranch, which is located in the northern section of Fort Worth, Texas. Now we're right off of Highway 114, about 10 minutes to Interstate 35W. Great location. This is a master plan community, so you're gonna have different things like your parks, your trails. You're gonna also have a dog park as well as a resort style inspired lazy river. So everything that your normal master plan community would have, you're gonna have it here. This sits on about 1,100 acres and they plan to have 3,300 single family homes once everything is built out. We're gonna check out our next home, which is a Highland home. I think you're gonna love the options, and let's check it out now. Welcome to this beautiful Highland home. This is the Sheffield Plan and it has about 3,600 square feet. I think you're gonna love this layout. Just off the entry, you have a study. They've included kind of like the sliding barn doors, but I like that it is towards the front of the house. The color scheme they chose in here is a real soft blue color with some touches of green. So nice size study or office for if you work remotely or just need that extra space for doing some work. Also downstairs, we have a secondary bedroom and bathroom that is tucked away down this hallway. I do like that this plan has so many kind of like nooks and crannies to get to the bedrooms. You have some storage there, and just off of entering the bedroom, you do have a full-size bathroom. They have the raised vanity. They decided to do the shower only in this bathroom. Nice tall ceilings. Even though it's a 2-story house, you still have these nice tall ceilings that really make it feel grand. As you go this way, you do walk into this grand secondary bedroom that really is tucked away, so you do feel like you're almost in your own private apartment back here. They do have just a 1-rod closet, so it's not a walk-in closet, but if it's for guests, they shouldn't be here too long anyway. So, also downstairs, this plan really does open up, and one thing that I do appreciate about it is that it has a formal dining room area. A lot of people that contact us, they want to know, can you find some plans that have some formal dining rooms? And this one really does have that. So before I show you that, we do have a powder bath for our guests, which is always nice to have, and you know how I am. I love that it's not near the kitchen. You have a coat closet here, but this space really opens up. As you can see, they have the formal dining area space here. It is opened up into the family room, which is always great as well. But I love that you have a designated place for that nice table. It can always look like this because you do have a breakfast nook for your day-to-day eating. Over here, this would be where the garage is, so I'm not gonna even take you in there. But there's storage here, which is pretty deep, which I love how these closets are. You have plenty of storage. Your utility room is not huge. In fact, all you can fit in there is about a wash and dryer, and that's it. So you're not gonna have like a sink or counter space or anything like that, but you don't need to spend a lot of time in there anyway. And then as we walk out of the laundry area, it really opens up to this family room. They do have some slider doors there, but it also is very visible and open to the kitchen. So here you have a nice size island, plenty of space. You see they have stools there. You have a nice vent hood and cooktop here. They have a 6-burner cooktop, which is very unusual. This is definitely an upgrade. You also have the 2-tone cabinets. So you have the more natural wood looking color here and more of kind of like a blue jay blue color here. I like how they have that contrast because it really does add a little something extra to the kitchen. Over here you have a nice breakfast nook with extended countertop and cabinetry, like a little hutch area as well. So they did include the glass fronts here, so more of your decorative items can be placed here. More of your not so decorative items can be hidden behind these cabinets and drawers and things like that. But this still is very open to the family room, your formal dining. So I think about holidays, this would be a great setting for everyone to just kind of hang out and be in each other's business and really just share stories and enjoy each other. Off of the breakfast nook, we have a nice covered patio. This covered patio is perfect. I like how it's somewhat extended. And of course, all of this extra is not included. This would normally be grass, but of course, with the model home, they have to do a little bit extra to show you what you could have. So again, this is a 60-foot lot, so you have plenty of room to do whatever you want with your backyard. They just decided to place extended patio or paves all the way almost to the back of the yard. But plenty of space here to enjoy. I love that you have a lot of covered space because you do want to be out of the sun when it starts getting into those 100-degree temperatures. Now they do have the sliders in this model, but you can also choose to have windows if you do want to save money. The slider doors do cost quite a bit more than just having windows there. So let's take a look at the media room. And surprisingly, with this particular plan, the media room is downstairs. And I do appreciate the media room being downstairs because that means if I were living in this house, I would not have to go upstairs to get to the media room. It's tucked away just off of the owner's retreat. So here's the media room. It's not a huge media room, but does it need to be huge if you also have a game room? I don't think it does. So plenty of space to do what you need to do and have what you need to have in here. They have a nice size TV sitting right there, and they still have, you know, a sofa and 2 chairs. You can get surround sound installed and speakers and things like that. So, all right. Here we have some additional storage, and then down this little hallway, and it's a hallway within the owner's retreat. You are welcome into the owner's retreat. And here they decided to have the bay windows, which I think is a nice touch because you actually get additional windows and square footage in your bedroom. It does face the rear of the home, so you have a nice view of the backyard. And another nice touch that they have for the owner's retreat is its bathroom, which I love the layout of it. You do have your freestanding tub that's just kind of tucked away, so it's not just like visible right when you walk through the door. They have the separate vanities. They have a lowered section here. You can choose to have it the same height or kind of like a stair step like they have. And you have this nice size walk-in shower, and this shower has plenty of space for you to be able to do what you need to do in here. I love how they carry the tile on this whole wall. So the whole wall is nothing but tile. Of course, that's an upgrade, but it does look really nice. I think it's a really nice touch. You do have your toilet closet there with the door, and this closet is a good size. It's not humongous, but it's plenty of space to do what you need to do and have that extra storage that you need for your clothing. So this takes care of the owner's retreat. I love how they have the tile variations in here. They even have the tile here going all the way up to the ceiling, which I think is a nice touch. And this is just a very serene color scheme that they have in this particular model. So we're gonna take a look upstairs. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I love how they separated the bedrooms from the actual living space up there, which I think is a good touch. And I wanna share some great options that you can have up there as well if you need extra bedrooms. So let's take a look. All right, so here we are upstairs. This would be considered the game room, and the game room is only on this side of the house. So up here, it is a good size. I would say that you do have space for living area things, and they've also placed a desk up here. So it shows that there's some good depth here to where you can use this for different things. If you really did want to just use it for a game room, you could, but they kind of have it as multifunctional. Great sight lines here though. I love how you can look downstairs, see everybody so you're not too out of touch. But I also love how the bedrooms are on the other side. So yes, in this game room, you have lots of options, but I also appreciate how they have additional storage for different linens and things like that, or just games in general you can store there. So on the other side, you have 2 other bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms. So let's take a peek. More storage here. To my right, you're gonna have this special room. I feel like it's so special because they have a sitting area in this room. So this is where the main sleeping quarters would be. But over here, you can easily have like a little living area. They have it set up as kind of like a desk, makeup, get ready for school area, in a little sitting or reading nook. It also comes with its own private bathroom. So you have a nice 3-piece bathroom here. It's not too large, but it's private. It's your own. And then they also have this walk-in closet, which is great to have. This is a good sized closet, and you can get different varieties of lengths of clothes in this closet. So I like how everything is just kind of tucked away and accessible, and yet kind of like private. You get a lot of privacy with this room. On down this hall, I told you there are lots of like nooks and crannies in this house. You come into another full bathroom. This one is not an ensuite, so this would be utilized for your guests that are up here that might need to utilize the bathroom. They have this space. Again, it's not super large, but it serves its purpose. And then to the right of this bathroom, you have another bedroom. This bedroom does not have its own sitting area like the other one, but it's still a good size. And it does have a nice size walk-in closet, quite large. I love how the secondary bedrooms up here do have good size closets because that definitely saves on storage and having to buy more furniture to hide things and store things. So this is a great plan. I love how you have different options. They even have a second owner's retreat option that you can have upstairs. It would convert one of these bedrooms into almost like an owner's retreat upstairs with its own bathroom and bedroom. So I really love the flexibility that you do have with this plan. This is the Sheffield plan. You have it on a 60-foot lot, but there are also 50-foot lot options. Pricing starts in the mid 600s. So this starts at the base price $669.90 for this particular plan. And of course, it can go up depending on the lot size that you select, as well as any finishes and upgrades. It does come with a 2 or 3 car garage, so you do have that option as well. So living in this community, you're about 30 minutes to downtown Fort Worth and about 30 minutes to DFW International Airport. So great location and accessibility to a variety of different things, including restaurants and things to do. This will be a master plan community. The HOA is about $825 a year. That's paid twice a year, so it's split up. And the tax rate here is 2.25%. There is a mud or pit, so be mindful of that. That is just part of making sure that the infrastructure is here in this community. Now, students who live in Wildflower Ranch will attend Northwest Independent School District, which is a great school district as far as its rating. It's typically 89 out of 100 according to the Texas Education Agency. So great school district, great location, great amenities. This is a great place to call home. If you have any questions about moving to the area or if you want to know more about this community, give me a call, text, or email, and I'll see you in the next video.